Guys, in this video, we are going to take someone who's had a lifelong phobia of snakes and see if we can help them learn a new appreciation for these animals. To do this, Garrett is going to bring some very special old friends to our new facility, and we're even going to see if we can convince them to hold our largest and our scariest snakes. 10 years ago, a country radio station nominated Garrett to be the hometown hero of the week because of a charity campaign dubbed My Snakes Save Lives. The campaign raised thousands and thousands of dollars in support of childhood cancer research by partnering with Danielle and John Carpenter. Danielle is a childhood cancer survivor, and after beating cancer at 8 years old, she began raising money to help cure cancer through Danielle's Roses. All they had to do was a promotional photo shoot with cute little Danielle and some cute, not so little, snakes. Right away, they knew this was an uphill battle because people have an inherent, or so it seems, hatred of snakes. Garrett was even rejected from donating to a hospital because the people found out that he raised the money with snakes. Also, to make matters worse, John has had a lifelong phobia of snakes. When we as humans are afraid of something, oftentimes we get stuck. So this is gonna be really challenging. It's a good thing we have a giant building full of the cutest snakes, so if there's anywhere where John is gonna overcome his fear of snakes, it's gonna be here.
I went to my 2-year checkup and they felt a tumor, and they sent me to the old children's hospital in Pittsburgh. They decided to take out the whole kidney. Following that, I did go through chemotherapy treatments. I don't remember any of that, which is probably good.
First feeling is shock and horror. The second feeling that you start to have as a parent is anger. I can't help her, and that makes me angry. That morphs into how do you deal with that anger? How do you deal with that lack of control? When you're going through it, you really can't. When you see opportunities that give you a vehicle to kind of fight back, those are the straws that you grab onto. That's kind of what put us on that path, is how can we combat this now that we've gotten through it.
And that's where Danielle's Roses collided with Garrett Hartle, resulting in My Snakes Save Lives charity campaign.
Garrett, I remember we were on, I think it was Froggy. We had an interview, and Danielle was still pretty young, but she sat in on those.
But there was a donor that kind of came through for you guys a little bit.
You know, within minutes of you running the interview the last time, we had contact from a gentleman named Garrett Hartle, who is an exotic snake breeder. It's led to quite a relationship that has garnered a fair amount of money already. It looks like we're going to be over a few $1,000s just in donations from him.
I was trying to get this donation together to give towards some kind of children's illnesses. And because of the nature of how I raised the funds, I'd been actually shot down, and they didn't want to accept it because it wasn't in line with the typical donations they accept. So I was driving to work all bummed out, and Danielle's father was on there, John, just talking about her, everything they've been through, and kind of what she's doing. And I was inspired. I actually pulled over and gave him a call.
It was a way for us to do a good thing from a fundraising and an awareness perspective. It was also a very valuable way for us to be able to turn what was largely a horrifying and negative experience into a positive one for both her and Michelle and I.
I did want to ask you about the snakes. You got to meet some snakes or hang out with some snakes?
Yeah.
What was that like?
It was pretty cool.
So you weren't scared of the snakes?
Well, before I got there, I was.
I would have been too.
Well, because my dad's afraid of snakes.
I'm afraid of snakes, but when I heard the C word in relation to my daughter, the snakes didn't seem so scary anymore. We were able to kind of combine those two things and do a pretty serious pushback and raise thousands of dollars and create awareness around both snakes and childhood cancer, neither of which that probably get the attention that they deserve.
John is definitely still afraid of snakes, but I think he's in a good spot for us to push his comfort zone a little bit. Okay, a lot.
You'd walk through a lot of terrible rooms to get to your kid that needs help, right? And then all of a sudden you realize that those rooms aren't so terrible. And I think what we saw downstairs was some things that have, you do draw a connection to them that you realize that they are pets and can be pets, and they're not just some wild animal that you can't connect with, right? I saw personalities downstairs, which, you know, 11 years ago, 12 years ago, I would not have looked to find a personality in a snake.
All right, guys, I think John handled Kevin's snake in pretty well, so we figured it was time to ramp things up a little bit by introducing Hog Wild.
Hog Wild put a little sweat on the brow, but
Yeah,
or the brow.
No, you
but-
guys had a special connection, I can tell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh no, you're a cobra. Whoa, it's so dangerous.
Oh yeah, she does make noise. Hey, you
So
have
they
fun with that.
they dig up toads.
She's real short.
You see her?
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to try to hold her? What's that? I think she's just like, someone's here. I better do. You got it. All right, John.
Yeah, I don't know if I can do it.
You can do it.
John.
This is huge.
Hold on to her a little more because she might like.
Yeah.
I feel like she's
She
gonna
obviously
jump.
likes me. I mean, you see nature happening, right? She obviously has a natural affinity for me. Oh boy, yeah, nice talking. Okay. All right. Hey, where's that tarantula? Hot sweats. Is the bar at the end of the tour?
Good job, John. You handled that like an absolute champ. I apologize for just how much I enjoyed that. Let's see if you can handle one of the biggest snakes that you or I have ever seen.
It's the same as the other reticulated python, same species.
Okay.
She's just bigger.
I think the likelihood of her wanting to eat her is much higher than her wanting to eat me.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know if my back is ready for this.
Just keep your eyes forward and we'll just bring her to you. We don't want to get you too freaked
All
out
right. Thank you.
before she gets there.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you want to look back, like now it'd be, yeah, man, she looks massive. Holy crap.
I hear grunting. I hear weight-bearing sounds. That doesn't sound like a one-person snake. The things you won't do for charity.
I got the first half of her. Second half still
Oh
in there.
my goodness.
Get the other ones. There you go.
And this is a she?
Yes. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right, I'm just gonna lay her across your lap. You ready?
Oh my. All right.
Is that smooth?
Hey, baby.
Wonderful they are.
Well, you can feel her strengths, huh? Wow. She is still coming.
It's like falling off of my lap here.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Now that Garrett and Danielle have helped her dad, John, overcome his lifelong phobia of snakes, what do you guys think? Is it time for us to run that campaign back and raise a little bit more money to support the research against childhood cancer? Let us know in the comments below, and if you want to donate to Danielle's Legacy Fund, make sure to click the link below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one. Peace.